one of the things that's interesting about the situation with Nog reading and wanting to read and wanting to study, and then basically the thing that really makes that possible was the influence of another culture. Had Nog just been on Ferenginar, he probably never would have even considered, going to a class with other humans, other
you guys are on
Bajoran.
fire. What a great point. You're on fire. Keep it going.
Fire, I tell you. It's this image behind me. I'm channeling Jake's.
No, you're dead on.
But it's so interesting if you look at today, where there's so much fear about others. This is my spot. This is my place. And truthfully, what makes us greater and better is the influence of other cultures and other people, and allowing that to let us grow and see things that maybe we wouldn't have seen before. And this is a perfect example of that. And we ultimately know where that leads, which is really saving the universe. Now that's a very, mythical, dramatic interpretation of a small ripple in the pond, if you will. But it's also a true representation, because things, we never know where they might lead. And when we let our fear that Cisco has control that, imagine if Cisco won this fight with you, and then I never showed up on the show again. They might have had a different hero or a different ripple in the pond. But in theory, then Nog never would have been there to be instrumental in saving the universe, right? So that influence is important. And because youth tends to be more open to that, right? And Jake and Nog are breaking those barriers, we see those changes. Because we don't really know at this point where Nog is going to go. At the moment, he just wants to be a part of this. You're his best friend, because if you look at all those other kids in the classroom, I mean, that girl looked like she was 5. So I'm not sure how we're going to hang out with her. I'm not even sure why she's in our class right now. But we're best friends, and best friends inspire each other. They support each other. When they realize something's wrong, they put a hand down and go, well, how can I help you? Which is exactly what you did. And even when they're being mean, I don't want to be friends with you. You're human. I'm Ferengi. We don't do that. And Nog leaves. He gives up. But Jake doesn't give up. And that is what's so important. That's the message that I think I take away from that, is we can't give up when we're faced with this, isolationism, if you will. It's so important. And you see that in the show. And that's to me, the underlying subtext that isn't really brought up in the episode per se. And I'll finish with this. And on a flip side of that, you truly see the Ferengi culture. You almost see, in a very narcissistic way, as I say this, Nog is literally at a crossroads. Is he going to be one of the Ferengi at a table in 20 years with the next Grand Nagus and sending a Ferengi weapon to kill somebody? Or is he going to be a smart Ferengi and know, power is won in the shadows. It's won little by little. It's not grabbed. It's accumulated, as Zek says to his son, right? It's accumulated little by little when no one's watching. Is Nog going to be that? Or is he going to be, I'm going to study, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and then I'm going to look at the world a little bit differently. And what is that going to make me? That's where Nog's at right now. Which way do I go? And he listens to his good friend. He follows his friend. Even when school was at an end, we're still going to be friends. That's a beautiful moment in of itself. Even when maybe we won't be able to fix this, we can still be friends and still walk together forward.